What is up, guys? I think we're live here. Boom, 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 boom. We're live. Let's go. Before I get started, cue Indigo Saint.
Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue Investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer? Best believe it was Blackrue Investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifesting, so we binge on that Blackrue Investing. Best believe it was Blackrue Investing. That course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that Blackrue Investing. Best believe it was Blackrue Investing.
My man Indigo. Let's give people a little bit of time to come on in. Let's go here and share.
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you.
LCX hold. I'm going to wait for some people to come into the live. And I will also share this on Twitter. So while people are coming in, get this up on Twitter right quick. Live now. Okay, so we're up. And if anybody has questions, I will get to those at the end. And yeah, let's just get into it here. So what does LCX hold? So I was sitting here thinking about something, and definitely catch me tomorrow, guys, both here and on the Gentleman of Crypto at 9:30 Pacific Standard Time. I was thinking, okay, if we looked at what LCX holds. Now keep in mind that a secret advisor to LCX may be Brian Armstrong, the owner of Coinbase. So they hold some of the same coins, but I think it'd be a great idea to kind of see what they hold, to see maybe the World Economic Forum has faith in some of these coins because LCX is a member of the World Economic Forum. I have my LCX account pulled up. I have like almost nothing over here. But we can get an idea of what's going on just by looking at coins that LCX holds, okay? So we're going to get into that. But I think the first starting place we should go is talk about this DCG shutdown before we get to the coins over here that LCX holds. So that they hold and sell on the exchange. By the way, you can get the LCX exchange here in America, and LCX also did a little mini bull push today. Went over 5, kind of hit the resistance here on the GAN fan and came back down, or is coming back down. Seems like something it likes to do here. So there's that, and the Davos 2023 is coming up pretty soon, so maybe people are getting geeked for that. But let's go in here and look at this. Crypto giant DCG shuts down HQ subsidiary amid global economic crisis, and this is from CoinSpeaker. So basically, they decided to shut down operations at its wealth management division. Now, this is a little bit different from news that we heard a couple days ago where they said they would shut down their mortgage lending business. Shuts down mortgage lending, which makes sense in this bear market and in a market that the Fed keeps raising interest rates. It would make sense to shut down your mortgage lending. But they've gone even further and shut down their wealth management division. So pretty huge here. Pretty huge. Um, does this mean DCG doesn't make it? No, I don't think so. But I do think that means we may just have some more dropping in this market to do before it's all said and done here. Um, it just really looks like we have some more dropping to do. So DCG, they haven't said anything to the Coinbase, or not Coinbase guy, Gemini guy, Cameron Winklevoss, but they are out here dropping different things and laying off people. So maybe it seems like they're going to get that billion over to Gemini. But until they do it, that remains to be seen. But this it just looks like there's more contagion here to go. In case you guys wasn't aware, and I was a little like Silvergate. They came out, and you see this sometimes in stocks. They came out bullish for like a couple days here. They're bullish for a little bit, only to crash down with some bad news. They laid off 40% of their workforce, I believe, and they marked off Diem. Apparently, they bought the rights to Facebook's stablecoin that they were working on called Diem. They chose to just write it off and not do it at all. They also got rid of, and then they got also laid off 40% of their employees. So they say that they're financially fine after this, but they've been telling us they're fine, and now they have layoffs, right? So apparently we just have some more contagion to go. And also, Kathy Wood decided to dump their stock. So I really think we got some more lowering to do in this market. Let's see what we got in here. Nobody as of yet. What's going on? So seems like to me we got a little bit more contagion to go in this market. At the same time this has happened, I believe there's something that went on with Huobi today. I finally said that right for the first time ever. Huobi laid off some of its workforce. I might have should have said Huobi lays off, but we'll see. So, yep, Huobi lays off 20% of its employees, denies insolvency. Man, we just might have some more contagion in this market to go. So bodes well for us because we can get lower prices, right? But just have that in your backdrop as we look over the different things that LCX holds and sells in this exchange, okay? So one of the biggies is Litecoin. Remember we said Litecoin has a halving coming up in August. So we do expect to see this bullish at some point. I mean, if you go over and look at it right now, it's already bullish. Thought I had Litecoin already pulled up here as an alert, but we can open it again. Okay, Litecoin. Okay, just give me a good one, y'all. Like Coinbases or something. Okay, it's not giving me a very good choice to choose from over here. I don't want anything from a small exchange. Let's try it one more time. USDT. Okay, Binance is fine. Okay, so you can see here it's already kind of gone bullish. The AAMA is crossing the 200 and the 50 is crossing the 200 here. This is what's known as a golden cross. So I'm really kind of predicting we get at least a 2x from here. Again, if we go back to 2019, we can see that there was a 5x from the last time that it halved. It went from like 20 something dollars all the way up to 130, 140, right? And if we like kind of really zoom out on the chart, you'll see we got some of that same action here. Looks eerily similar to when it was curving around right here. So very bullish for Litecoin coming up. If we come over here and take a gander at the other coins we got, this time we'll start from the top. Looky, there's ADA. I know Charles says he doesn't like, or he doesn't prefer, not that he doesn't like, he doesn't say it that strong. He said he doesn't prefer like the World Economic Forum, but you see right here, LCX is listing ADA, okay? So apparently not good enough for Gemini, but they're good enough for the World Economic Forum exchange, LCX. Go figure, right? So that's really bullish in Cardano's case, I would say. But let's go look at Cardano's price history right quick. Another one I thought I had saved here. And I didn't say the Litecoin, but that's okay. So Cardano. Another one that's bearish at the moment. Looks like the 8's trying to curve up and pass the 50, but you know, who knows, right? But of all other indications, bearish for quite a while. Got a couple fake outs where the 8 just crosses the 50 for a second and goes back down. 8 crosses the 50 for a second and goes back down. Yeah, we just may see it. Shout out to the Crypto Visor. I know he does like some of the greatest Cardano videos. Definitely check him out. Do we see it get below 27? The way everything's going with DCG and Silvergate and everything, I think we actually might see it go below 27 here. Can we get it all the way to 20? That part I don't know. But it's definitely going below the 27 here. So let's look at what else they hold here. So good for Cardano, good for Litecoin. They also hold the Winklevoss twin special. Like, they're not directly connected, but it seems like they are connected because this was first sold on the Gemini exchange. Payment kind of changing coin AMP. And let's look at AMP's price history. I haven't looked at AMP in quite a long time. Let me see who's in the house over here. Nobody at the moment. Okay, if you guys have any questions, just go ahead and post those in the chat, please. So let's go take a look at AMP's price history. Why don't we? So AMP's curving up here too. This looks like such a bull trap is about to come up here right quick. Everything's kind of curving up, which is actually kind of odd because Bitcoin's usually never really bullish on a full moon ever. It's usually bearish action on like a full moon, but it's actually curving up here. And I think it's going to be like a little fake out bullish action because we're still getting contagion events. So all of these contagion events with DCG and Huobi should have actually made things go down, but all coins seem to be bullish at the moment. Let's look at Bitcoin and see where it's at. It also seems to be bullish. It keeps, like, this is the second time it's hit. Sorry. Oh, why I did that. Here, let me just continue to try to undo until I can get my freaking chart back. I don't know what happened there. Okay, so I'm not sure why. Okay, there we go. Jeez, that was upsetting. Okay, there we go. So, Bitcoin. It keeps denying the 17 point here. Or at least twice it seems like it went close to 17, but kind of fell off of it. According to the Gantt chart, or the Gann fan, excuse me, the next little resistance here is like 17.2. So perhaps it bounces off 17.2. And of course, you know, LCX probably hold Bitcoin. Okay, my thing is going a little fast here, excuse me. Okay, so they do hold Bitcoin. We just got through seeing that. Okay, but we did not get to see the amp. Sorry about that. Let's go back. So yeah. So yeah, I think it's just heading towards a bull trap like the rest of the things we just kind of looked over here. Let's look at the next one on the list, which I think was a Tari token, which is kind of odd. I don't think Coinbase lists a Tari token, or do they? Let me pop out my Coinbase app and see if it lists Atari. Atari's really big in Decentraland. Okay, doesn't seem like Coinbase is listing it. No, doesn't seem like they have it. Let me just do it one more time. Check. No, they do not have Atari token. So, pretty interesting that they have Atari token here on the World Economic Forum. On the World Economic Forum member exchange, LCX. Let's see if we can even find Atari token on the trading view here. If not, we'll have to go to CoinMarketCap. Okay, there we go. So Atari token, jeez. I'm not even sure who's wanting Atari token at this point. The way that Metaverse has gone right now, I mean, I wouldn't see myself in putting money in Atari token. There are other Metaverse plays like the Sandbox, which is another one they hold. I I couldn't see myself investing in the Atari token, but they hold that. So, oops, I missed ApeCoin. I don't know how you guys feel about ApeCoin, but there are some certain, let's just say, WW2, if you know what I'm talking about. They tend to glorify in a, you know, they tend to glorify a certain leader of the Germany around a certain time, if you know what I mean. And they tend to be like the images. Come over here and check me out on Rockfin. I'm gonna show you a video over here on Rockfin. Oh, I'm not gonna show it to you right now, but I'm just gonna show you. I'm gonna reference one of my videos. That's a really good reference if you really want to know the lowdown on the Bored Ape project. So I have to cover it because it's one of the biggest NFT projects out there. But if you guys really kind of want to know the lowdown on it, and if you still feel uncomfortable like investing after you see what's going on in the video, just like go right ahead. But I think you should watch the video, whomever you are out there, and make your decision after that. Let's pull up the Rockfin right quick. It's going a little slowly, excuse me. And every time I click. Okay, so this is me over here on Rockfin, guys. Very, very lucky to have 1,300 and something people over here on Rockfin. A lot of you guys followed me over here. I very much appreciate it. No lie. But if we scroll all the way down, be careful because you guys can see these. I want you to see these, and I'm not going to mention the title of it completely. Bored Ape Yacht Club, blank glorifying NFT project. So definitely come over here, check that out. It's free. It's not premium, so come over here, check that out, and give me a follow over here on Rockfin. But yeah, if you look at some of the ways Bored Ape Yacht Club is marketed, definitely is a reason that some people might get into the project. I don't know. I think I'm over it. I think some of the things that it represents make me not hesitant to get into it. That's where I'm at right now. But if I think I can really get a gain out of it, maybe I might do it. But right now, the gain is not sufficient to surpass my morality at this point. So that's how I feel about that. They also hold AVAX. Now AVAX is a good hold. I mean, a lot of these are good holds, but if we come over here and look at AVAX on DeFi Llama, not even looking at the price, AVAX is definitely one of the coins that has the top 10 amount of value by chain of money locked up in this DeFi. Come over here, look at the chains. And this is DeFi Llama. You can go in here and find out how much money is locked up in DeFi on a specific chain or on, I don't know why it just did that. Or on a specific DeFi platform, like say Curve or Uniswap or Balancer. And here you see Avalanche, top 6 has at least a third or 2/3 of actually more than that, like over 75% of a billion locked in it. 782 million locked in it. It's DeFi. Very, very good. if we come over here and take a look at its price, where am I at here? AVAX, and we'll just go Binance by the dollar, or Bitfinex by the dollar, I guess. So yeah, you can see here, it actually went bullish earlier today, according to the Wyckoff. It's kind of coming back on its way down here. So that's Avalanche at a beautiful price right here, considering it was as high as $140. So sitting here at 11, we got a possible 14x. Definitely a great project there, Avalanche is. So scrolling down, we got basic attention token, and maybe we might not look at all of these. So we got basic attention token, and we got Bitcoin Cash. That's one that's like, okay, I don't have as much, like I don't follow Bitcoin Cash like that, but the fact that they're holding it does make me really kind of bullish in what's going on over here. And I'm sorry, guys, I don't know why my mouse is acting so crazy over here, but that's what it's doing, so you gotta have to just bear with me. Very, very much apologize for that. So Bitcoin Cash, sitting at $100. Sitting here at $100, I think it's a good buy. And if we go over here and look at its high in the last bull market, I think it's something like $1,200. But at this price, I think I'd rather just have a quant, just own one of the quant. So yeah, possible 12x from here. In the bull market before that, it was as high as 3,300. But at this price, I'd just rather have a quant. Quant's going to be integral in like CBDCs, and let's just take a little second to look at quant right quick. Around the same price, like 110 maybe for quant, 113, excuse me. Okay. Half the supply. They're both low supply. Bitcoin Cash was like 21 million. This one's like 14.6 million. Last bull market got as high as $400. And, you know, that was its only bull market. Oh, man, just think about the people here that got like $3.50 or $3.57 quant. Oh, my gosh. Just, oh. I know they're just really happy with themselves right now. But honestly, I think that Filecoin may be a play like this. Filecoin sitting here at like $3. I know a lot of people are going to be very happy with themselves that they grabbed Filecoin at $3. But anyways, that's another topic for another day. Let's go on to the next ones here. We got Cello. We got DAG. We got Digibyte. Okay, this one is one of the ones they launched on their open house. I don't think I'm gonna, or on their launchpad. I don't think I'm gonna cover any of the launchpad coins. Of course, they have Doge. Everybody has Doge. They have Polkadot. They're very heavy with Polkadot. I believe that Polkadot is going to be the platform where they actually launch the LCX blockchain on. They have Engine here. Engine's like really instrumental in creating NFTs. I think the first NFT contract came from Engine. Of course, they have Ethereum. It's like the second biggest crypto in the world behind Bitcoin, I would say. HBAR, hot. Of course, their own exchange token, LCX token. Chainlink, which is going to be a really good buy. I think let's stop and take some time to look for Chainlink right here. Chainlink you can also stake, but after what happened with Ethereum, I don't even know if you can trust Chainlink staking, right? It's kind of hard to put what happened with Ethereum on them, but hey, we know that you're in league with the same people. So really, do we want to trust you with actually going to be unstaking our Chainlink if we let you lock it up? 1 billion supply. I think it was as high as $50 in the last bull. Yep, and it only saw one bull market. So Chainlink is instrumental in DeFi. So that's actually kind of crazy that it only saw one bull market, because DeFi is like pretty much here to stay, right? Imagine being right there, having some 17-cent Chainlink. And believe me, there are coins right now that you can have for 17 cents, 20 cents that might make it to that $50 mark. If you're interested in coins like that, sign up for my Patreon. We have a weekly watch list for guys. But I digress. Let's move on from Chainlink. But sitting at this current price, we got like a 8x or 9x. Let's move to the next coin here. We covered Litecoin. Oops, went a little bit too far here. Mana, so they hold Decentraland. So it makes a little bit more sense that they hold Atari now, because Atari's big in the Decentraland metaverse. And the World Economic Forum is huge gaga over the metaverse. They're trying to very much make that happen. So it makes sense that they hold both Decentraland and Sandbox, which we're going to get to. They hold Matic. We've been over Matic a lot. Matic's a great coin. Don't really need to look at that price history. They hold Maker. Maker is one of the DeFi projects that has the most money locked up in it, I believe. Come over here to DeFi Llama and look at DeFi projects. My overactive mouse. So MakerDAO is the #1 project with 6.25 billion locked in its project here. So let's bring up MakerDAO, because we never look at that price here. Come on, today. Okay. So Maker, I don't believe you can use Maker here in the US. I'm not sure though. Maker, very small supply, only like 1 million, right? Wow. Was as high as 6,000 in the last bull run. Currently sitting at 542. So that's like over 10x from where it is right now. But where can you buy this other than LCX? Oh, this mouse is just pissing me off today. Okay, so you can get it on Coinbase. I did not know that. Binance, Bitfinex, KuCoin. So there's a few different places you can buy Maker, including LCX. So moving on. Maker is another coin that was in there. Their launch pad, so we won't cover that. OGN. We never cover OGN. This is another kind of metaverse token. I forget what they're called. Origin Protocol. So they're metaverse slash like e-commerce. So it also makes sense that they would have this on here. Low supply with 1 billion, sitting at about a little over 9 cents. I think this was as high as $2 at one point. This mouse, y'all, is frustrating me. Okay, yeah, it's as high as $3 actually. Only saw one bull run, all the way to 3. At this price, that is possibly a 30x. Maybe one you want to look at. We never ever talk about this one. I think no one ever talks about this, really. It's on Coinbase, on KuCoin, on Binance. Maybe one to look at. They want to do kind of like a metaverse plus like a e-commerce type deal. See if we got anybody in house. What is up, Ace? What is up, Relaxing Serenity Sounds? What is up, GT? We'll have questions here at the end here. Did you see that dude on Twitter today, the professor wanting to debate any BA? I did not see that, Ace. I did not see that. I wish they would have had that, because it's my belief, allegedly, maybe, possibly, that maybe the people who say they own Bored Apes are actually kind of just quote unquote hooked up, if that makes sense. We'll just say that. It seems like they were just hooked up, and that they have NDAs not to say it was a hookup, so to speak, and that they own it. So that's I probably didn't, but yeah. So that's what it seems like to me. So I would love to have somebody debate them. And that whole other side mint that they did was a shimockery, and I lost money on it. They said they were going to do multiple waves, and they didn't, even though it was a whitelist mint. Let me not even get started on that. I'll go ballistic over here. But yeah, and we'll get to the questions at the end here. Moving on to OP. So they hold Optimism. Again, Optimism's one of the big ones. If we look at DeFi and we look at chains, Optimism is like a layer 2 project that makes Ethereum more, gives it more throughput, gives it less gas fees. So it's an Ethereum layer 2. If we go here, it's number 7 in total value locked with $500 million. Over $500 million. 513 mil. Okay. So if we look at that price history, that's another one that's good to look at. Let's look at it. Actually, let's look at it over here. This is quicker. OP, overpowered, Optimism. So sitting at $1.10. This never really got to get a bull run. So it's only 4.3 billion, which is pretty small. So it never got a bull run. It just came out like June 1st. So it was as high as $3. I definitely think we see this way higher than this at some point. When it happens, but just sitting here, we got a possible 2x but I think we can't even evaluate it properly because it didn't go through a bull run. So perhaps optimism is one of those you might just want to just say, start picking some up on, because they're going to expand Ethereum. And that's important to a lot of people, including the World Economic Forum. So that might be one that we got some value on. Quant, we just went over Quant. I forgot that they would hold Quant as well, because Quant is going to be big with CBDCs. So they do hold Quant. We just went over Quant and Quant's price. I definitely think we see not financial advice. I think at some point we do see $1,000 Quant. It's needed for CBDCs. If it ever gets down past 100 again, like if it drops past 100, I think that's a really good buy point. Now, if we ever get $40 Quant again, oh my gosh, your boy is just gonna start selling stuff, buying Quant. I swear to goodness. So again, we got $40, we got $400 Quant sitting here. We got a 4x here. But I honestly think as much as it's going to be involved with CBDCs, that we see $1,000 Quant at some point in time. So do what you will with that. Just my opinion, not financial advice. I'm just kind of sharing what I think about my portfolio. Right here we got small supply, 14.6 mil. That small supply is part of the reason why I think it actually could get to 1,000. And again, it's integral to the whole CBDC thing. They have this thing called Overledger, which is like an operating system for blockchains, in which case it actually functions better than a blockchain bridge. And blockchain bridges are very susceptible to attacks. So maybe a lot of places may prefer to go with Quant, like a lot of CBDCs may prefer to go on a Quant operating system, because that would be a lot safer than putting a bridge together. So keep that in mind. And quite possibly everyone that's on LCX may want to, team up with Quant. Possibly all the ISO 222 cryptos might want to team up with Quant as well. So we got Sandbox, which we will go over here in a second. TIA token, which is the Tiamans. We've been over that. Be sure to watch my videos on LCX if you haven't already. I got a whole playlist devoted to LCX. We got Uniswap, and before we get into Uniswap, let's go over Sand right quick. Sand and Decentraland and Seek, those are like the really big metaverses to me. All the rest of them have a lot to prove other than that, but Sandbox, Seek, and Decentraland, probably in that order is how I like them. Sandbox, Seek, and Decentraland. But as far as like working operational stuff right now, it's Sandbox, Decentraland, and Seek. Even though Seek has that app that's working right now, it doesn't have a metaverse per se. Sand, only 3 billion tokens, sitting at 45 cents. Was as high as $7, over $7. So at this point, it's like a 14x. I do think we see metaverses way sooner than later. You got all these different projects, all these different companies like Warner Music Group, huge, that are in Sandbox's metaverse, just holding land, just waiting. When they hit the switch, man, it's gonna be pretty powerful. Okay, and then we only have a couple here. Viz is a coin that's on their from their launchpad. We're not gonna cover that. We got USDC, which is Circle ran, highly World Economic Forum connected with Circle. Circle has some dealings with FTX, and FTX, certain people would say, quote unquote, maybe has some connections to the World Economic Forum. Of course, a lot of that information has been done away with. But Circle heavy with the World Economic Forum. And you will note that's the only stable coin they have on here. They do not have Tether. They don't have like BUSD. The only stable coin they have on here is USDC. So I think that bodes well for USDC probably being somebody's stable coin, or somebody's CBDC. Better put, I think this bodes well for USDC for probably being someone's CBDC. Looking at Uniswap, Uniswap is like Ethereum's biggest decentralized, centralized swap. If we come over here to DeFi Llama, they're probably top 10 in DeFi platforms in total value locked. Keep passing it. Okay, they are number 5 at 3.4 bill locked. Uniswap might be one of those ones too to look at as far as the price goes, because they also have like a very small supply of tokens, and only 1 billion. The only thing with these is I think they'll get more centralized, and they'll get to the point where you can just use Uniswap with you don't have to use a wallet. You can just use and I think they kind of have this already integrated, or I remember Gentlemen of Crypto talking about this, that you can just go on there and use your regular credit card to buy crypto. Because that was the only thing really holding them back. Okay, if you're going to use Uniswap or PancakeSwap, you needed to know how to use wallets properly. But they're kind of doing away with that in the sense that Joe Blow or John Q or Jane Doe or John Doe can just come on here with a credit card and buy crypto. So that actually makes a more bullish case for these. And sitting at $5, if it gets back to 44, that's a possible 1, 2 times 4, 8, 9x. Okay, so just to review these before I come out for questions: USDC, Uniswap. We're not gonna cover TIA. Sand, Quant, Optimism, OGN, Maker, Matic, Mana, Litecoin, Chainlink, LCX of course, HBAR, Ethereum, Engine, Polkadot, Doge, Digibyte, DAG, Celo, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Basic Attention Token, Avalanche, Atari, ApeCoin, AMP, and ADA. ADA's kind of surprising to me because Charles has said he doesn't necessarily care for the World Economic Forum. Not that he dislikes them, but he just doesn't care for them. And Gemini Exchange doesn't list Cardano for some strange reason. So let's see what we got for questions here. Sorry about that. Got any referral links for WeBull? I actually do, Ace. Let me get those to you, man. I'll send it to you via Twitter. You think Circle takes over for Silvergate? Ooh, that's a good question, man. That might be something, but for right now, I think they're fine. If they get into any more trouble, something may need to happen. But I definitely think we got some more contagion coming, which is probably why I think the market goes down in the near future. Uniswap is already integrated with MoonPay. You can buy right from CC from the app. So there you go. Thank you, Ace. Appreciate it, man. Integrated right with MoonPay. You can pay right there with Uniswap. That makes me a lot more bullish with Uniswap, to be honest. Same with most major wallets now as well. Honest. So that's cool. Algo. That's a long list, Tommy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see that they list Algo. And I'm not sure that they are actually partnered with Algo either, which is something you would think should have happened by now. I don't. So it's strange to me that they don't list Algo. It's strange to me that they don't list Stellar. But you can go to Coinbase and get these, but it's strange to me they don't list them, seeing as how they're so heavy into CBDCs. The fact that they don't list Algo, Stellar, XRP, which is a member of the World Economic Forum, it's strange to me that they don't list XRP either. And I don't think they list XDC either. Nope, don't list XDC. So it's just strange to me they don't list any of those like CBDC connected cryptocurrencies other than Quant. So strange to me that they don't list those. What's up, RA? Really bullish on Uniswap. Uh-oh, my guy Ace is bullish on it. I might have to go buy some today. Uniswap has NFTs now too. Really bullish then. Long term, yeah. You just added them to my list today. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if you guys missed it earlier. DCG shut down its wealth management division. We had a few things happen today where, so DCG shut down its wealth management division. We touched upon it a little bit here, but Silvergate Capital is in some trouble. They gave us this bull trap here where they went up for a little bit and then dropped the hammer on us and went like halved its value. They dropped 40% of their employees. They got rid of Diem. They just wrote it off. And now we're just supposed to believe they're fine when the whole time they've been telling us they're fine. And now they do this. So Kathy Wood also dropped their stock, by the way. So things are not looking great for Silvergate, but it's like sitting here at $12 also, that looks pretty juicy if they can kind of get out of this thing, right? I mean, they were as high as $240 at one point. So crazy. Like, if they can get out of this thing, might be a really good buy. And they really only have to weather the storm for like maybe a year, at the longest year and a half, because the Bitcoin's halving is in 2024. So if they could just weather the storm for like a year, this might be a perfect buy down here. But at this point, dudes at Shinhan Financial Group have passed them up. Like, let's look at the financials here. And this thing might get worse when they give us the total fourth quarter earnings. I think they gave us a partial here where they didn't say everything about their earnings. But you can already see here they were given 100 mil, and they went down to estimated revenue 81. It could be worse. It could be worse after the earnings in 11 days. So you might want to wait if you really want to pick some up and see what happens after the earnings. But if you just got to have it and you think they may survive, maybe this is something you look at. But keep in mind, Cathie Wood dumped them. So they got some smart people over there. I know a lot of people give Cathie Wood grief, but they got some smart people over there over there at ARK Invest. They were one of the first people to call out Nikola as a sham, and I didn't pick up on it, but she was just like, "Oh, I don't see how they could be doing all of that. They have all these like old school managers. No, I'm not really interested in Nikola." And that should have tipped me off there. The old school manager, she said, like, she'd say old school, but you know, like, she said something similar to that. So yeah, I don't know, maybe. But if we come over here and look at Shinhan Bank, and again, these are guys they govern Hedera. They also have a dividend. Now, I understand they're a Korean stock, and maybe some of these reportings may not be right, but if we're following the money here, and it's like 3 billion, 2 billion, 3 billion, 11 billion, 18 billion, if that's even close to right, maybe you want to own this. But as far as crypto banks go, it looks like it's passed up Silvergate at this point. Last time they were really kind of low was Rona. They bounced off. I think this probably might have been like, okay, this is September 22. They were low, but sky's the limit after this. But yeah, let's go back to some more questions before we look at any more stocks. Yes, please smash the like, guys. Yep, and Cathie bought more Coinbase. That's bullish. Do you think LCX can keep running? Very bullish. No. Fern G, I would say no. If we come over here and look at the chart for the Shinhan Bank, the ticker for that is SHG. They also have a dividend which pays like 3%, comes out to like $1.10 or $1.12 per share. Where were we here? Okay, so answer to that question, of course, not financial advice, Fern G, but my thought on can it continue, I'm going to say no. So I was analyzing this today. It seems like every month it goes on has a little blip. So October, around the 5th or the 6th or 9th, blip up, down. November, around the 4th or the 5th, blip up, down. So did not really had it in December. Kind of looked like it wanted to, but it's like, no. And then the 5th of this month, so the beginning of this month, January, blip up, and we probably see a blip down. Especially if we get some more contagion events, which it looks like we're probably going to get. I do not see it continuing, and especially considering that we're so far away from the Bitcoin halving. There's no reason for it to continue. Like the Davos meeting that they're having in 2023, yeah, maybe it goes a little higher. Like you see here, it's bouncing off the GAN fan. Like these GAN fans are so great when it comes to resistance. But then we also have the 200 here. That's another cap. So especially if it can't pass, like if it can't pass 6 cents here, which I don't believe it goes anywhere past it, like 5.85 cents, because it's already a couple times today has bounced off this this resistance here where it goes into the green here. Like if we want to step down and look at this and look at the 4 hour, you can see here that it bounced off of it already. So you can see here it already bounced off of it. It's probably going to bounce again. Going back to the day chart. So yeah, I don't see it continuing because of everything else that's going on here. Yep, do not see it continuing. I hate this mouse today. Me and this mouse are really having some bad times. Boom. So next question. I'm buying some coin. I think after this lawsuit, it's actually a good sign that Coinbase is going to be the main exchange overall. Yeah, let's take a look at coin right quick. Oh man, that's such a bargain. I thought it was a bargain at $40, to be honest with you. Just like, so look at how the stock market just they really used and abused retail here, if you know what I mean. They really just straight up used them with no type of anything. Or us, I should say, to be honest, because we're retail. And I remember people, I kid you not, there were influencers up here saying, oh, Coinbase is a great buy up here at $400. I'm like, are you kidding me? People were saying it was a great buy at $300. I was like, I can't, oh man, but all the way down to $33. Yeah, I think it's quite a good buy here. Do we, even if we see stuff go lower, which I do think we see the crypto market go lower, like it's just a great buy here at $33. And like I said, I thought it was a great buy at $40. So I definitely think it's a great buy here at $33, because what we're gonna see is, and I know you know this, Ace. I know you know this, but I'm gonna show this to everybody else. If we look at coins like these Bitcoin miners, coins that have been through multiple bull runs, you can see we already got a good pattern of how this is gonna go. Same pattern that matches up very well with Bitcoin. 4-year halving pattern. Oh yeah, baby. Halved sometime in 2016. And here about 18 months later, we got a bull run. Halved in 2020. Here, like 6 months later, we have a bull run. So 18 months here, 6 months here. What happens in 2024? Like, do we get the bull run even before it halves? Or instead of 6 months now, do we get the bull run like right after the halving? I don't know. All I know right now is it's a great time to accumulate. Do I think things will go lower? Yes. And maybe, you know, you get an extra 15 or 20% out of where it is right now. Maybe we get the 10K or under 10K Bitcoin that everybody keeps saying we might get. But anything here and lower is like a great buy. Anything, like I say, like 18 and under is a great buy at this point. A fantastic buy at this point. Not financial advice, but one thing that oh my God, this mouse is really frustrating me here, guys. Okay. One thing I want to note for you guys, if I can do it. Okay. This low is surprisingly just like right near where we were at the bull run before this last one. So I don't think that that's a coincidence. If we get 10K Bitcoin, it is similar to right here. Perhaps we do, because it would just be mirroring what we had here. Perhaps we do get this 10K Bitcoin. Now that I always kept thinking, doubting it, but it would just be mirroring the same thing that happened bull run before last. So perhaps we do get the 10 or 11K Bitcoin, because right now we're mirroring 2018, which is kind of on progress. So then maybe we just get a mirror here of what happened a couple months after 2018. Perhaps that's what we get. So, I mean, not financial advice, but that's something you can kind of look at and see in the chart there. Yep. And also, now that you mention it, Ace, I think Coinbase eventually becomes a bank, a real, like, just straight up bank. So getting Coinbase here at 33, and what if they, like, a lot of banks offer dividends. So imagine what happens when Coinbase, like, offers a dividend. Let me just go to FinViz because it's easier to do it kind of just on here other than Benzinga Pro. I definitely suggest you guys check out Benzinga Pro. Like, if you guys want to subscribe to it, I have a discount in my in the descriptions. But pretty much every bank has a dividend. See if we can do Bank of America. I think it's just BAC, isn't it? No. BOA. Bank of. No. What is the ticker? Bank of America. There we go. BAC. Pretty sure they offer a dividend. Yep, dividend. I already told you guys about SHG, but just so you guys can see it and know. Here we go with a dividend. What's another bank? JPM, I think it's JP Morgan. Chase, I think they offer a dividend as well. So maybe specking on Coinbase and Silvergate. Coinbase more than Silvergate at this point. Maybe eventually Coinbase actually does offer a dividend like other banks do. So that's something to think about in the future if you want that passive income. I don't know, is Wells Fargo publicly traded with their shiesty selves? Wells Fargo. Love you, Wells Fargo. If you want to sponsor the show, dividend for these guys as well. Ooh, SpaceX going public. That's tasty. Also, rumor that Ripple is going public after the whole whatchamacallit case. And shout out to, I think it's 3T Warrior Trading. I was watching them, and they were, I like to cite sources when I can. They were showing this site. And this is like a site for accredited investors where you can go and kind of get a piece of companies before they go public. And one of the companies in here is Ripple, along with Uphold, M1 Finance, Epic Games, itself, Lin2, Dapper Labs, BitPay. I think we definitely see Dapper Labs. They're on the world, like they're on fire with even though they've been kind of crap lately. NFL All Day and NBA Top Shot. So BitPay is the big one. Dapper, Ripple Labs. Another one on here, I think, PolySign. I believe David Schwartz of Ripple runs this. So if any of you guys are accredited investors, this might be something you might want to try to sign up for. But of course, do your own research, by the way. Just something that's out there. It's called Link2. Link with the Q, 2. I'll put it in the chat. Boom, in chat. Bam. Hopefully YouTube doesn't block it or anything. Hey man. Hey man. No problem, brother. No problem, brother. I know you got game out there, Ace. So I wouldn't, I wasn't doubting it, boy. You could definitely be a accredited investor out here. Ooh, Pavan Guru, what's up, Pavan Guru one? I can't tell you the best cryptos to DCCA into, but I can tell you cryptos I like. Personally, I really kind of like the ISO 2002 cryptos, one of which is Ripple. I'll say that. And we just went over a whole bunch of cryptos related to LCX, and LCX is a member of the World Economic Forum. So, might want to check out some of these that we talked about today. I'll just highlight a few. ADA, Litecoin, Uniswap, Chainlink, Polkadot, Matic. Or were some other ones? I'll just really quickly review the list for you. Starting from the bottom. Uniswap, Sand, Quant, Optimism, Origin, I think it's called, OGN, Maker, Matic, Mana, Litecoin, Chainlink, LCX, of course, HBAR, Ethereum, Engine, Dot, Doge, Digibyte, DAG, Constellation, Celo, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Basic Attention Token, AVAX, Atari, Ape, AMP, and ADA. So let me take that back. They do have one other CBDC coin on here besides Quant, which is HBAR. HBAR, I do think at this point is kind of undervalued, sitting here at under 4 cents. Is it still under 4 with this little mini bull trap that we're on? Okay, just barely under 4 with this bull trap we're on. Yeah, with all the contagion things going on right now, I do think we get a little bit lower. And then with that little analysis we just did of the Bitcoin chart, it would go in line with what we see from the chart from like 2018 to 2019. So there's that. And this really didn't even really, like, it had a bull run. It did hit a bull run, but it didn't have DeFi active in this bull run. It didn't have all the stuff that it's doing with CBDCs. It didn't have a wallet. Like, it didn't have a lot of stuff. And it made it to 45 cents. So imagine what it can do this bull run, but actually having stuff. So, take with that what you will. And its whole star-studded list of owners, one of which we went over with Shinhan Bank, another heavy-hitting player. I'm finding out this is like a huge hitting player in crypto and the CBDCs is IBM. So IBM seems to be in with a lot of people like Stellar, possibly I think Quant, but of course HBAR. So yeah, a lot of heavy hitters owned by and governed by. It used to say owned by and governed by, but now it just says governed by. So yeah, I think Hedera is definitely undervalued at this cost. Yep, I did do a few videos. Thanks, Ace. Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, XDC does look promising too. I definitely agree with you on that one. Vi AI, okay, I'll have to check those out. I have to check out Vi AI. XDC, I definitely am bullish on, and again, it is one of those ISO 2002 cryptos. XDC, I am definitely bullish on, but I think I'm more bullish on XRP, and I know people like to compare them, and I do have a comparison video on them, but I think in the comparison video, I went, like I said, that it seemed like it was more on XDC side than Ripple, but I want to recant that. Ripple has way too many partnerships. Like XDC has a lot of good stuff going on too, but Ripple has way too many things. Like I think they just make it, if they don't really care if their coin is a security or not. They're a member of the World Economic Forum. They're working with central banks like in Australia and the UAE, the United Arab Emirates, and all of that money there. They just got so many things going on. Brazil, they're working with a lot of the BRICS countries. They just got a lot going on for them, man. So, and speaking of ISO 2002 cryptos, a little bit older news, but I was seeing here that the Bank of Italy, Central Bank of Italy, chooses Algorand for a blockchain project. So that's pretty dope. December 13th, 2022. So Algorand, I think, is undervalued right now too. And of course, in this, they mentioned one of my guys that I think is very undervalued, which is CleanSpark. There's been a little bit of accumulation of CleanSpark over, like, soon as it hit January. It's like everybody that was kind of holding out their money and was fixing all their money, like for tax breaks and tax write-offs and loss harvesting. A lot of them kind of started picking up some CleanSpark because it went from being as low as, let's do a month. From being as low as $1.73 all the way up here to, well, not all the way up, but from $1.73 all the way to $2.13. So there's definitely some accumulation there happening after the new year happened. Actually, a little bit before the new year, it seems, like the 28th. And I don't know, maybe that was strategic, so because they can kind of still claim it being from 2022 with unrealized gains and all of that. But even more came in here after the new year. I'm going to continue to gobble up some CleanSpark. Again, it's at a better multiplier than Bitcoin at this point, and they're a Bitcoin miner. If it gets back to 44, that's like a, from here, that's a, what, 22x? 2 times 22? So, yeah, really like CleanSpark. Also really like Algorand. I think it's undervalued at this point too. Let's look at Algorand right quick. Nice to see that they're working with Bank of Italy. Excuse me, which I assume is the Italian central bank. So almost 19 cents. Again, I think things go lower. Things do go lower, I think. But still, grabbing at this point with the whole dollar cost averaging, you wouldn't go wrong, especially considering that it gets back to $2.38 sitting here. That's a 11x, 12x, over a 12x. And I think we definitely see this go higher because they got their DeFi up and running now. Almost 100 million locked in their DeFi. They're doing all these things with central banks. They have a CBDC running in the Marshall Islands. You can't quantum hack it because they have that Falcon technology. So much bright things going on for Algorand, and they're pretty decent supply. Only 10 billion, saying only 10 billion when compared to Hedera, XRP, and Cardano. This has a 10 billion supply. They're in like the 40 billions or more plus supply. So pretty interesting there. Okay, yep, and you can stake it. Can you self-custody stake that on Ledger, Ace? Nice, 16 cents. When I chart with GAN, I mostly use the day, but I will drop down if I'm just trying to see extra things that are going on. I'll drop down to the 4 hour, just like we just did here. So mostly I just use the day on it, but like what we were just doing with LCX, like, okay, I want to see if, and it's showing it now. It wasn't showing it earlier. Oh. Oh my gosh. This. Okay, it's showing it now. It wasn't showing it earlier. So I dropped down. I wanted to see if it was bouncing off that resistance. Drop down to the 4 hour and see, okay, yes, it did bounce off that resistance. But yeah, usually I use the day, especially if I want to see, okay, what were the patterns here? And I noticed these 3 wicks that seem to happen like every month. It pumps, or at least every other month it pumps, it seems, around the beginning of the month. So yeah, mostly I use the day chart, and it seems to work nicely. So you can see it's bouncing off that resistance there. Your thoughts on A0? I do not follow A0 much. And Cardano? Okay, Cardano. I don't follow A0 much at all. I think my guy Tokenizer is bullish on A0. Let me see if I can definitely go over and give Tokenizer a watch, you guys. I did a live stream with Tokenizer over here. Definitely recommend you guys check it out. It's one of the best live streams. He dropped some great knowledge. His tweets are very legendary. He tweets like threads, really knowledgeable threads. Definitely come over to the channel, darkhorsewatcher.com. And Again, you know, YouTube splits videos and lives now, but if we go down here and take a look and listen to, or a look at the live with tokenizers, one of the best ones we had. Probably should try to get Tokenizer to come back on here. I want to have him come on here and talk some deeper knowledge on Casper. So be on the lookout. I might have Tokenizer on here sometimes this month if he's available. Where was it here? Was it this far back? Oh, yes, it was, I guess. Okay, so there we go. Live stream with Tokenizer. Definitely come check this out. Very knowledgeable. Very, very knowledgeable guy. Definitely come over here and check it out. But I think he might be bullish on A0. And you're right. A lot of people have been talking about it lately. But I haven't done any research on it. So we can look at that in a second. Cardano, I've done a little bit of research on. I have a video on them as well. I'm not sure I'm not sure about them. Like, I think that they will run because I think everything will run in the next bull run. But if I'm spending 95 cents, I might be more inclined to put it on something like Matic. I might be more inclined to put it on something like Optimism. There's a lot of places I might prefer to put that 95 cents. XRP, for example. But one thing it has going for it is it has a lower supply than all those 1 billion. And you look at kind of where it's been, it went bananas here to $22. So possibly it has a 22x in it. But as far as like people doing stuff, all the coins we mentioned today seem to be doing more things than they're doing. But it seems like they do actually have a real project, and they're proof of work, so a lot of people like that. But let's look at A0 right quick. This is one I need to do a little research on, so maybe that happens this week. Yeah, maybe we do something on A0 this week. Okay, it's only about 300 million tokens here. Okay, so very young, did not go through a bull run. That's intriguing. Privacy enhancing proof of stake blockchain with instant finality, enterprise ready, okay. High performance network is built on a directed acrylic graph, a DAG, like DAG. Consensus based protocol has been peer reviewed, presented. Okay, it's intriguing. Let's see here. Zero knowledge proofs. That seems to be something really big that enterprise people want. Zero knowledge proofs. Casper is going through this kind of same thing. So we got a whole class of coins in this section, kind of. Horizon, which I went over. You got to go over to my videos portion because I didn't do it live, and take a look at Horizon Labs. They do the zero knowledge proofs. Casper is trying to move into this area as well, Casper Labs. Horizon Crypto is also one that's in the DCG portfolio. So we got Casper Labs, DCG, we got Casper Labs, Horizon Crypto. I would also say Litecoin is probably in this mix, and Alpha Zero. Because Litecoin just implemented their Mimblewimble, where they can do the whole privacy thing now, and you know they're built for the speed as well. Okay, one of the things I would want to know is where their partners are, who they partner with. Okay, featured in a lot of stuff, but who do you partner with? Let's see if we can pull up their Twitter right quick. They'll probably have it down here. See how many people follow them. See who follows them. Just live on air, like quick research. Okay, so I went through a list. So I've been following people over the years. So if certain people follow things, it tips me off to maybe it's a good project. Of course, I can do some more research, but just sight unseen, that kind of lets me know, okay, maybe we got something here. So 88 folks I know follow this. Okay. KuCoin follows them. They probably list them. Okay, so a lot of people follow it that I know, but I had to do a little bit of deep diving on this to really just see what's going on. Yeah, so I'll have to do some deep diving to see what's going on there. What's up, Bird Dog? Oh, GT, you did ask for Jasmine a long time ago, man. Let me see. What's up, HBCU Maker? A Siri? I have not heard of those guys. Oh yeah, no problem. Friday night stream for sure. Let me look at Jasmine. I think Jasmine, like the fact that they're listed on Coinbase, that's really nice. They're Japanese, like Internet of Things coin. So, Internet of Things, I think will be big, but I think it'll be big once Metaverse is a thing. Because now we're going to have like Internet of Things goggles and glasses and haptic wear and all of these type of things related to the metaverse. AR, VR glasses, like augmented reality kind of glasses, all of that type of stuff. But then along with haptic gloves, we might have things like, heck, we might go even full holodeck with stuff, right? Supplies, big. It's like 10 amount to XRP, Hedera, and Cardano. Most of the supply is circulating, so that's good. They're not just gonna dump supply on you. And that, just like I was saying to you guys, Tokyo-based Internet of Things, thing. Shout out to Red Dad Blue Dad. He covered this pretty deep, and he did some great research on this. So yeah, definitely want to shout out Red Dad Blue Dad on this one. I'll have to just dive back into them because I don't know what they've been doing now. Cool that they use the internet interplanetary file system from Filecoin. That's dope. So at this price, I think it's a great lotto pick. You can see, the moment they listed on Coinbase, they kind of just dumped. Like, they dumped hard on folks out here. Jeez. Like, that's one of the epic dumps of all dumps. I haven't seen, like, there's some play to earn and there's some play to earn games where it looks like this, but not many Internet of things look like this. So at this point, it's something I would say is a lotto play. Like lotto, like, okay, like I'm just gonna throw $100 at it and I don't really care what happens if I lose all my money, so to speak. Not financial advice, but I'm terming it that because everything kind of under 1 cent is what I'm terming kind of lotto plays. And there's some quote unquote lotto plays which I've called out in the past. Like AMP token, again, we just saw them listed on LCX. They're probably Cameron Winklevoss twins have some input with this, probably. You can see here, this supply is even bigger than Jasmy. Of course, they want to try to revolutionize payments, so they're on that list. Another one that's kind of revolutionizing in the payments area, and Peter Thiel. Yes, the Peter Thiel, who worked on PayPal with, who founded PayPal with Elon Musk, who's like a guy out there, like a made man out there, like launching companies out there and SPACs and all types of stuff. That Peter Thiel, he donated some funds towards this, and they're like a payment app, and they started in San Francisco, and they moved out and they branched out towards, doing some things. Another huge supply, another one that might be a good kind of lotto pick, and this one might be the highest on my list of lotto picks because Peter Thiel's back in it. Was as high as 10 cents. Yeah, like reserve rights. But that's enough of those lotto picks. So we got reserve rights, AMP, Jasmy. Thing is, I'm really concerned that Jasmy dumped on people so hard like that after going from like $4. All the rest of these dumps were around like 10 cents. So reserve rights, 10 cents. AMP was somewhere around 10 cents too, like 14 cents. But for them to dump at $4 on people that bad, like, what are you doing? I don't, like, what did you do with all that money? That concerns me a lot. But yeah, I had to check in to see what they're doing lately, which you can see here. AMP only made it to about 11 cents, and then kind of dumped on people. But Jasmy at $4 to do that, that's really concerning. Yeah, I'll have to look back into those guys. So yeah, I need to check. Let me write these down. I have to check out Aziri, and I have to check out A0. Thanks for sharing, community. Moonbeam and Moonriver. Yes, I can look at those. Those do have their DeFi going, and they are on the Polkadot platform. I do have a video on them, but I need to look. I gotta look more deep into them. Yes, yes. Tokenizer did a very good thread on today. I would highly suggest that guys come over and check them out. Let me give my guy some love over here. So definitely come over here and follow Tokenizer. Let me give him a little love over here. And he does have a YouTube channel as well. Definitely go check him out after you watch my stuff. But for real, dude, definitely go check him out and watch his stuff. Very cool guy, and we're definitely gonna have to do another collabo. And you can see here, yes, he does have A0 here. So just because my guy is watching it, I have to say, if he's watching it, I respect him that much that if he's watching it, I would say you guys should watch it too. I definitely respect that guy that much. And we already been over Quant. We didn't talk Alliance Block, but Alliance Block is one of those ones that's probably related with CBDCs. We went over DAG because, LCX has them. I have tons of videos on DAG. Definitely check those out. A0, I do not talk about much. I don't have any research on that. This one, I forget what this is. Like Morpheus, I believe this is. And Energy Web Token, I have talked about before. Climate change is something that the World Economic Forum is pushing hard. This is on Polkadot's blockchain. Energy Web Token, we've talked about that, and I have videos on that as well. So I like the ones that my man's picking here that I know about, and the ones that I don't know about, I would actually trust him on. No problem, HBCU maker. Oh, you got $50 from the bunk airdrop? Nice stuff, Ace. Nice stuff. I don't be paying attention to airdrops as much as I should. I really should be looking at that, but man, I just saw a dog and I was just like, next. I was like, oh, okay, that's a bunch of bunk for real, yeah. But I don't know. Apparently, BitBoy did something on it. What's up, Todd Malik? I missed you in here. No, I did not get a fractional DAG node. I was considering it, but then I looked at the cost of it and then like how much it was going to give me back, and I was just like, nah. That reminds me, I need to buy some more DAG though. When stuff goes down a little bit more, I think I will buy some more DAG. Oh man, got that $5 Jasmine. I'm so sorry, Ace. Oh, this mouse, dude. Oh my God. Crypto Girl Nova. Okay, I'll have to check out Crypto Girl Nova. Oh, tell is another one on that lotto list. I need to get some tell. I went and checked out their app. Their app is really clean and smooth. I know they're doing the remittance payments, and they're a bank in Nebraska. I might have to buy some TEL today. Okay, I'll look out for that. Let me write that down too. So we got Siri, A0, Moon River, Moonbeam, and stuff for the airdrop. Optimism and Arbitrum. Airdrop. Yeah, I think I might just buy some on their app and just stake it there. As far as Telcoin goes, Ty Malik, thank you for reminding me about that actually. So I think I'm just gonna, treat them like lotto plays. That's what I'm gonna do. But I might hold off until things drop more to buy certain lotto plays like that, because when things drop, those are probably gonna really get hurt. Um, but yeah. Oh yeah, Track. Yeah, I gotta look at them because they got that new token out. They want to get into tokenization. Everything that's involved with like the World Economic Forum, they really want to get into tokenization. So it really seems they want to get revenue from us. And that's the main push of tokenization, is that they tokenize, and instead of having money from venture capitalists, they're going to get money from us, we common folk. So we're going to really have to be very careful with the things that we choose to invest in with tokenization, because they're going to be the ones that benefit the most from it. So we have to be very careful with tokenization, very careful, because they'll end up benefiting. We'll end up tokenizing something and we'll lose money. So the more and more that I think about tokenization, it seems like it's going to benefit them, and we really have to just be very careful about what we choose to tokenize and what we choose to tokenize own. So we got to be careful with that. So I love it that everybody came in. This is awesome. This is amazing. I really appreciate you guys so much. Oh, and let me write down the MNW too. All right, guys, I think I'm going to take off because I need to grab some food. I think we went for a good solid 2 hours. I appreciate all you guys who came in. No lie. Definitely appreciate it. If you guys have any more questions or comments, please leave them on the video. I'll definitely check for those. I'll get a notification that I got them. So thank you guys so much. Have a good one, guys. Peace. Okay, I will not forget that, Ace. I will not forget that, brother. I'll write it down right now. All right, thanks, guys. Have a good one. Peace.